Welcome to Anjingwe Nyufa Academy. So today we are in a geography class. We are looking at tourism in sub-Saharan Africa. Particularly today we are going to concentrate on Kenya. Okay, so don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. What you need to know about this part of geography is that it's actually the simplest of everything that you learn in geography, this part. Now, where am I saying so? So, why is it simple? If you're talking about tourism in Kenya, Malawi, Zambia, the answers would be the same. The only difference is maybe you put the country, you name the country. For example, if they ask you the importance of tourism in Malawi, and another question says, explain the importance of tourism in Kenya, the answers are the same. The importance of tourism, such as maybe bringing in foreign exchange. So mansa niya same niya chimos. The same if they were to ask you the problems that maybe Zimbabwe faces in the mining industry. Most of the answers you are going to put for Zimbabwe will also apply in Zambia, Malawi, as well as Kenya, and even South Africa. So you see, that's why I'm saying that this part of geography is very simple. So let us begin. So now, a person can ask a question, what is tourism? Tourism is the movement of people from one place to the other for maybe religion purposes, education purposes, or for leisure. So, example for religion, people will move from their home countries to go and see where maybe their religious leader was coming from. For example, a Christian can go to Bethlehem to go and see where Jesus Christ was born, or a Muslim can go to Mecca. So those are the religious purposes. Then when you talk of education, some people move from place to place because of education, to go and study. Yeah. For others, it's just leisure. You go and relax with your family. You enjoy life. Very good. So now, I've already said that if they ask you to explain the importance of tourism in Malawi or Zimbabwe or Kenya, the answers will be the same. So the answers are the same for this particular question. So we begin. What's the importance of tourism? So tourism brings in foreign exchange. When the tourists come to your country, they bring in money. How? The transport that they use, if they use the air ticket, they pay. And the benefit is in that host country where they are going to. They pay also for lodging in the hotels, in the lodges where they stay. They pay even for transport within that country as they move about to go and see historical sites or tourist attraction places. Very good. Then also another importance of tourism is that it helps to conserve vegetation and animals, or encourages conservation of wildlife. So imagine if there were no restrictions to the game management areas, game parks, all the animals would have finished by this time. Let me just give an example of Zambia. We gained our independence in 1964. If they were not protecting these areas, if they were allowing people to enter in the game parks, national parks, we would have finished all the animals. So tourism helps to conserve these animals. Also, tourism helps people to maintain their culture and historical sites. So people are helped to maintain their culture. For example, in Kenya we have the Maasais. The Maasais, they have a traditional way of dancing where they jump. You jump as high as you can. So in that way, people keep their culture, because whenever tourists go there, they will show them this dance. You understand what I mean? And when they show them this dance, they will always practice this dance all the time. And also historical sites are maintained. So the historical sites that are found in Kenya will be maintained, because you know that if we vandalize these historical sites, the tourists will not come to our country. So this assists to help to historical sites being maintained. Then also tourism helps to improve the economy. For example, the airports are maintained, hotels are constructed, roads are also repaired as well as new roads are constructed. So in that way, the economy is improved. Okay, so we proceed. Then also tourism promotes cottage industry. Cottage industry, these are home-based industries where people make artifacts. Like a bag made of chitenge material, so tumaki holders, all those are classified under cottage industry. Then also we know that tourism helps to provide employment to the local people, such as drivers, the ones who will be driving taxis, who will be driving maybe even the buses for the hotels where these people, the tourists, will go and lodge, such kind, yeah? And even those who work in hotels, they are called what? The waitresses, yeah? The air hostesses, all those people are given employment due to tourism. Then also tourism provides market for farm products. So when the Maasais kill their goats, their cows, then they sell these products to the tourists. The milk that they get from the cow, they sell to the tourists. Yep. So we can say that wildlife means any wild animal and any kind of vegetation, that's natural vegetation. So this one is just simply defining what wildlife means. So the animals that are found in the bush, not magaru ya meti masunga. Yes. Okay, so now let's look at the importance of wildlife. Why is wildlife important? As much as we are saying that animals are a tourist attraction. For example, in Kenya, in a place called Lake Naivasha, you find monkeys that have black and white color, more like a penguin. But it's a monkey at yapa zed, so people would go to that place specifically to go and look at those monkeys. I'm not saying that's the only thing that is there. There's even a lake there. Yeah. So animals attract tourists. That's why they're important. Then also wildlife creates the balance of nature. So like an elephant will eat an impala, a human being will also go and eat an impala. So in that way there is balance of food in the ecology or in the environment. Yes. Then also wildlife is important for future generations because they also need to find these animals for tourism to continue. Yes? So it is important that wildlife is conserved. Yeah, this other point I think has been repeated. Many people enjoy watching wildlife. It's the same as animals are a tourist attraction. Then this wildlife gives us meaty, skinny, yes. So, like let's give an example of the Ngonis of Pazet of Zambia. They normally wear the animal skin during their traditional ceremony. So the animals in the bush, they give us the skin. And then we also hear wakuza kwa tutapika bushmeat, yeah? And you feel good, hey, kwani mwapika bushmeat, because they get the meat from the bush, from wildlife. Yeah. Then also some ornaments are also gotten from wildlife. For example, the tusks of an elephant is used for making bangles, earrings, such. Yeah. Another importance of wildlife is that wildlife is connected to the food chain. I think I've talked about this one. Yeah, this animal eats that one, that animal eats the other one eats grass, just like that. Okay, so let's look at the differences between a game management and a game park. Even just from the word game management, it means that there is someone who manages that area, isn't it? So since there's someone who manages that area, it means that there will be both animals and people living in that place. So a game management area is an area where you find both animals and human beings, okay? Then a game park is a place reserved only for animals, correct? And also, another difference is that a game management has few animals. Remember, the land is shared between animals and human beings, so that's why there are few animals as compared to a game park. Then a game management has a small area, human being, while a game park has a big area or vast area. Then in a game management, hunting is allowed with licenses. Remember, you can't just go and say in start hunt. While in a game park, it is not allowed. It is specifically for animals. Let's look at dangers to wildlife. What is it that has put wildlife, both the natural species as well as, I'm talking of trees, natural vegetation, sorry, not natural, yes, natural vegetation as natural species of animals. So deforestation is rampant in most countries, including Kenya. Zambia, I think, is even in the west. Yeah, because us, we mainly use charcoal. In Kenya, they have gas. They harvest gas, so they are better off. I'm not saying that they don't use charcoal, so then they cut down trees. But for example, in Nairobi, Kenyan town, the capital city, if at your place you have a tree and you want to cut that tree, you go and cut the tree. You go to the council to ask for permission. They will ask you questions. Why do you want to cut down that tree? So there are times when the council will not even give you permission to cut down the tree. So that's how it is there. That's how strict they are with cutting down of trees. But of course, in villages, people still do deforestation. So you know that when you do deforestation, people usually go actually more national parks and game parks to go and cut down trees. I'll give an example of our own. In our national parks, you find that as you are passing the Kafue National Park, you will find some trees are fallen. Not say kuti ni elephant inanyula chemutenga. It is even clear that this tree was cut down by a human being. So most of the times actually they go and cut down trees in the night. Kaiba kuba so amafuna kuti baba gwiri. Yeah. So cutting down of trees is going to make wildlife to run away or even to die. Yeah. Then drought. As you know, sub-Saharan Africa sometimes is hit by drought where we do not have enough rainfall. So if there isn't enough rainfall, the animals will die because of lack of water. Yes. Then another factor that has caused the wildlife to be endangered is that bush burning, which destroys trees and vegetation. So I think you have noticed, like even here in our country, in Zambia, when we harvest around April, some people will burn the fields in April, some later on. Yes, so as you burn the bushes, you are destroying wildlife, especially small animals. Yes, and even big animals, sometimes they can be sleeping and people have burnt the bushes in the night, so they can be destroyed. Yes, and then also what we have noticed in sub-Saharan Africa is that there are so many people who are poachers, who kill animals without asking for permission. They are stealing. Yes, so this has endangered most species. Then there is sometimes a problem of overstocking. Overstocking, this is where you have a lot of animals on a small piece of land. So especially when they reproduce and they become many. So as you know, just like if it is an area which has human beings, when you are too many, diseases spread fast, you fight. So it's the same also with the animals. So now let's look at what are some of the solutions to these dangers that these animals face? What are some of the solutions? So for the poachers, we need to give them stiff punishment. So a person who go and poach will know that he never can gwira vazao ni zakangala mu prison in 20 years. This will discourage you from going to kill the animals. So stiff punishment will assist. Then if the animals are too many, you do game cropping. So game cropping is where you selectively kill some animals of that particular species that has increased. So you kill some animals to reduce the number. Yeah, like I think here in Zambia, if I'm not mistaken, is it 2 or 3 months ago, around November, there about November 2023, they were talking about elephants in Livingstone harassing people. So the debate that was on social media was that for the elephants to start reaching where people are planting or people's homes, it means that they have increased in number. So when you discover that a certain species of animal has increased in number, then you kill some of them to reduce the number. Then we talked about the issue of deforestation. So the solution to this is afforestation and reforestation. So afforestation is the planting of trees where the natural vegetation was cleared. Then reforestation is planting again, yeah, where there are no trees or where there are trees. And then also you encourage early burning and discourage late burning. Okay, so we'll end here. We will not talk about tourist attractions in Zambia. You can see that title which is coming down. So we'll end here for now. Then we'll continue with the tourist attractions that are found in Kenya. Let us look at the problems faced by the tourism industry. Like I said earlier on, ngawakufunza a question, bali Zambia or Malawi, Mans and Chimosmos. So all the 4 sub-Saharan countries, Zambia, South Africa, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Kenya, they all experience similar problems. So bad roads, which goes to tourist attractions, especially in rain season, the roads are quite bad. I'm sure if you have ever gone to a national park or a game park, you will see that the roads that leads to those places, they are dust roads. So because of gully erosion during rainy season, the roads are quite bad. Yeah. And also another challenge is that there is unfavorable or bad climate. Sometimes the temperatures are too high. October, and then maybe you are umangala ku vyalo kubazungu, where their temperatures most of the time is very cold. So you cannot choose to travel during that time to go to a place where you are going to see the animals or to view scenic beauty. Scenic beauty simply means the beauty of the environment, maybe mountains or trees or whatever. Yes. You will not choose to go to such a place when the temperature is too high. So that's why this actually is connected to a point which says tourism is seasonal. Why is it seasonal? Because people would prefer to come when the temperature are bearing. Yeah, so most of the times tourists will go to a tourist destination during their peak days. For example, in Zambia, August is not a good time to go and visit the Victoria Falls in Ishmanzi. I see that. So even tourists also know, they have knowledge about this. Yeah, adoption of foreign cultures from Western countries like USA and Britain. So we want the tourists to come and be attracted to our culture, but we also copy bad manners from them. The issue of dress code, that's the major one. The issue of dress code, the issue of lack of care, Like nowadays, you are on a bus, you find everyone is on their phones with headsets on. So you can't even sometimes you can't even talk to your neighbor. Oh, but the way it was, you are on a bus, a person will start a story, maybe it's about politics, it's about school going children, and everyone will talk. But nowadays, aliens are just Facebook. Everyone is just busy on their phones, and they even put headsets double. How do you put headsets on both ears? What if someone wants to ask you for assistance? Even just maybe someone becomes sick on a bus, who will help you? Aliens are from my headset. Yeah, so we copy bad cultures. Actually, Eve, tinachosa kuli bazungu voika ma headsets mumatu nangu ulipanyuma pa makolo ni my iPods ayo ni my iPad my iPods or not iPad. iPods that people put nowadays. A person is talking to their parents, they have the headsets mumatu. Then you wonder, and because nowadays everyone is doing it, it's in fashion, and now it is even looking as if it is normal, but it is not normal. Then there are very few tourist attraction infrastructures like lodges or hotels, especially, for example, 5-star hotels. Let me give you this example. Inekapena nitoke kwa America. Elo kwa America chinyumba changa ni chukuru. And if, let's say, I go for meetings because of my work, I go and stay in a 5-star hotel. And I want to come and visit Kenya. Let's say the remotest parts of Kenya that have got tourist attractions. But the remotest parts don't have 5-star hotels. And me, I'm used to living in an environment that is such. The one which is equivalent to 5-star hotel. So this would discourage me from traveling. I will ask myself, after when I go that side, I'm not going to find a hotel that will please my heart. So the best is it, I don't go there. Then also floods and droughts. When it's drought season, when they have floods in Kenya, tourists would not want to travel during that time. So these are some of the problems or challenges. Now, not just that. When we have floods, animals drown, isn't it? And also when we have floods, yes, and when there is drought, animals die because of starvation. So the government loses out. There will be few or no tourists who will come when the rain is too much. There is flooding. Yes, and also we know that when there's too much rainfall, people will, not people, the animals, especially the small ones, will be hiding in the grass. So as a tourist, ungaendele mara wachoka kwa nukonsi wako ubwela ukenya upeze nishi grass ya talimpa. It's to pitirira na mutu wako. So you will not be able to view certain small animals. Okay, so what is the government doing to boost or to promote tourism? I have already said my answer is same for Zambia, Malawi, Zimbabwe, South Africa. My answer is same. So even government efforts, the problems, they are the same. Basically, there are only a few differences. So the government wants to promote tourism. So they have banned the sale of ivory. Then so paya ma elephants kunyamula matasi aja kupanga mabango. Yes. Then since they want to improve tourism, if they ban the sale of ivory, so you know that you cannot go and kill an elephant. So in that way, more elephants will be reproduced and people will be coming to view the elephants that you have in your country. Then also the hotels, the lodges, they have also come up with an idea of catering of foreign foods. So like you find in Kenya a Chinese restaurant, the same even here in Zambia, you find Ethiopian restaurant, Chinese restaurant, such that when a tourist comes to your place, they will be comfortable. They will go to their restaurant to eat the food which they are familiar with. Not in Simaya, yet. In Kenya, they also eat in Shima, by the way. Yes. So the tourists from China who come and find snakes. Motel, restaurant, yeah, even maybe the hotel that is near a national park or game park, which caters for Chinese food. They'll find that food, yeah. Then also the government has employed game guards to protect wildlife. For example, Zambia National Shani. Yeah, the Zawa people, they are the ones that guard the animals to protect them from being poached. Yes. For Zambia, it's called Zambia National Tourism Board, which helps to control the tourism in Zambia. For Kenya, it's Kenya National Tourism Board. Yes. Yeah. Then also, people have been encouraged to conserve and protect tourist attraction places, historical sites, and also conserving of the vegetation. So, for example, the people who live near Lake Naivasha, who live near the Nairobi National Park, they are told not to tamper with the rivers, as in throwing maybe chemicals there. It is not allowed. Or killing of the animals, it is not allowed. So the same also with Zambia. The people who live in the game management areas, remember we said that there will be few people who will be given licenses to go and kill animals. It's not everyone who just say, kai panopa nyumba tina license, watate wanawapasa. So even me, the child, can go and kill animals. It's not like that. Yeah, so they encourage the people to conserve and protect tourist historical sites or their animals. Yes, that's why you find that in most historical sites you will find people that are there that protect that place. Then the government has encouraged people to invest in tourism. I'll give an example of Zambia on this investment. I went to Kifubwa caves where the Khoikhoi and the San lived a long time ago. When I went there, that was this month, January, 2024. They told me that if you want to invest in here, you can construct a lodge or a hotel inside the Kifubwa cave, historical sites. So they are encouraging people, either a company or individuals, to come on board to invest in tourism. So, for example, if myself, I just choose to put up a restaurant, Nika restaurant, people will be going to eat, people will be going to drink soft drinks or even beer. And in that way, I will be earning money. So I will have invested where? In tourism. Very good. So also the government has helped to improve community facilities of people living in game management areas. Remember, kudala maningi, people never used to have toilets, but nowadays they have constructed nice houses in game management areas and toilets also. Then the other thing that the government is doing is introducing stiff punishment to poachers. Poacher, mewaononga chitech, waononga animals, they should be given stiff punishment. So when you give the poachers a stiff punishment, then they are going to stop doing what? Killing the animals. Okay, I think we shall end here. So I have some questions for you. List at least 3 importance of wildlife. Another question, explain on any 4 ways that the government is doing in Kenya to improve tourism. The last question is, define who a tourist is. Ciao, ciao.